artwork, it's natural that our thoughts stray to the artist, who was capable of creating such a work. The same stands true when we read a book. Our mind tends to think of the author. What brain, what mind invented such a story, a plot, whether good or bad? Or, again, when we walk into a home and you see an order, an arrangement in the living room, we think of the owner, the one who chose to put the couch over there as opposed to the other wall. Even if we don't consciously think of the painter, the author, or the owner, no one would ever deny that they actually exist. Ironically, we live in an age in which people deny the creator of the most beautiful work of art, the most fascinating story, and the most intricate and well-designed order. Observers of creation day in, day out, proceed to affirm, insist even, that creation simply created itself. So, in what other ways can we point to the reasonableness of God's existence? Could we even say necessary existence? Here we'll reflect on a couple arguments supplied to us centuries back in the Middle Ages by a respected thinker, philosopher, and theologian, St. Thomas Aquinas. Before getting to the meat of his arguments, however, note that he based them off of thinkers from even further back in history, from antiquity, two Greek pagan philosophers, Aristotle and Plato. The point is, these arguments aren't new and technologically intricate arguments, or arguments that belong to a specific religion or ideology. They're simple arguments based on sensory experience through which we deduct and arrive at a conclusion. So, as for the arguments, St. Thomas proposes 5, 2 of which we'll look at today. We'll proceed by first looking at a major premise, a minor premise, then reach the conclusion. Very simple setup. So first argument, based on cause and effect. Major premise. Every effect has a cause. Here it's pretty obvious. We see the work of art, an effect. Then we look for the cause, the artist. However, the chain of cause and effect cannot have an infinite regress, meaning it cannot go back forever and ever, infinitely have cause and effect, because that then would not suffice to explain the effect. Then there must be an uncaused first cause. That is God. Second argument. The argument from design. Major premise. There is design, there must be a designer. Think again of the house, the order, and minor premise. The universe is full of design. Therefore, there must be a designer of the universe. That is called God. You may be thinking, oh hey, why can't it all just happen by chance, even after all of that? When the first moon rocket took off, 2 scientists who created it stood side by side and watched their glory flying off into the sky. One an atheist and one a theist. The theist, wistfully looking off, said, "Isn't it wonderful that our rocket will reach the moon by chance?" The atheist, shocked, turned to him and said, "How can you say that? That after all our hours of work and design that we put into that rocket, it's just going to reach the moon by chance?" "Oh," retorted the theist. "Chance isn't a good explanation for you, for our rocket, when it's a good enough explanation for the universe, which is much greater, full of design, than our rocket, or any design that we could ever create?" Yes, chance could be the explanation, but it is very, very unlikely. God could be the explanation, and it is very, very likely.